But sometimes the cake doesn't quite rise. No, at 9 o'clock, we got the Creeds against Otis and Tozawa. And that was where I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because still, even if there is some interest in Otis and his, babyface turn and all this stuff, and they're trying to get the Creeds some heat, they need to put them in a more palatable position. Because when you turn the television on or if you were flipping around at 9 o'clock, you're already watching TV, you're looking for something else, and you see Tozawa in the ring, and the Creeds are greener than the pepper tree. But basically, Ivy Nile came out and beat up Model Girl, who she is so skinny, she doesn't look like a real human being. Have you noticed that?
Well, I don't know if I wouldn't put it that way necessarily.
No, it doesn't look like there'd be enough room inside of her for all the organs and things that you need to function. I mean, what do they do? Do they give some people smaller sets of these things?
It's an interesting gimmick. You could punch me in the gut all you want. I have no organs.
Yeah, you've got an organ, so I couldn't punch you. But she has no organs, Jerry. There are no organs. There's no room. How big is the average uterus?
I have no idea. What kind of question is that?
I don't see how you could put two kidneys side by side, and that's the way they're supposed to go, right? She's not thick enough.
I'm not going to get into this evaluation of her internal organs.
Do you really
believe on her appearance on Raw?
Now look at Google how many feet of intestine a normal human being has, and tell me that you could put the equivalent amount of garden hose in her stomach.
Okay, well, again, garden hose is a different thing. The average combined length of small and large intestines is at least 15 feet in length. The small intestine can measure 9 to 16 feet, while the large intestine is roughly 5 feet long.
Well, do you think there's room for that inside of her? Come on now. She's so tiny, she uses a Cheerio for a hula hoop.
So I'm guessing you think Ivy Nile has a leg up in this feud.
She's got it more than that up. I'll tell you what, some of her shit is perking standing right up. And
what again, this is one of those Raw segments we talked about earlier where I knew there was like 7 minutes I could just leave the room. So I didn't see any of this. I'm sure if I did, none of this would be in my review.
Well, it was just an observation I made. Did you see the video physics breakdown of Bronson Reed's splash?
I did, and this was something they did that was really good.
This was cool as shit. Ladies and gentlemen, as the children say, go out of your way to see this. Certainly they put this up on the YouTube or something. But they did a video breakdown with the physics of the thing of Bronson Reed's splash off the top rope. And they gave the statistics. He's 6 feet tall. He's 350 pounds. His splash comes from 9 feet in the air at a 45-degree angle. And they got the telestrator and all the stuff going on. And they're zeroing in like it's it's just great shit. And he comes down apparently with 1,715 pounds of force, Brian, with the law of gravity, which was invented by Isaac Newton after he ate his grandmother's apple pie, and times the space-time continuum relay down to Earth, they calculated it at 1,715 pounds. And he did it 6 times. So that was a total of 10,000 pounds of impact on poor old Seth Franklin Rollins.
And his internal organs.
Which he has some room for. Because he's not as slightly built as Model Girl.
All right.
You can put both his kidneys side by side, and still side by side.
Side.
Yes, you could put both his kidneys side by side and still have room for dinner at Denny's.
Denny's.
Yeah, that's where America eats.
Not breakfast, but dinner.
If you can find one open these days, you know, all the Denny's in Louisville are pretty much fucking gone. They've taken them all out.
They've taken them all out.
Well, they've all gone out of business. Or somebody in the middle of the night came in, just stole everything, took them all out, sign and everything.
Left them in a bathtub with ice, said, call a doctor.
Yeah, it's